Hello, Dermot.
Hello, big brother.
As you know, you are wearing a pair of very special pants.
Yes.
They are the pants of power. As the keeper of the pants of power, you should know that with great power comes great responsibility.
Yeah.
Dermot, do you have any questions?
There's just one. Does my bum look big in this? Hello. Welcome, my friend, to this morning's portion of Celebrity Big Brother's Little Breakfast. It's day 14. The time is 8 o'clock exactly. Of course it is, because we start at 8. Coming up on today's beast of a show. I say that because it's enormous. We have TV panellist, friend of the show, Karen McGiffin's with us, everyone. Always so insightful. Beautiful this time of the morning as well. She lets loose on how she feels about the housemates. The nominees' friends are here, everyone. They're over there, look at them. Woo! If you've got a question about Dennis, Faria or Pete, get in touch. The details are on the screen right now. Going quite fast, I can see as well. And I'll be donning a high-waisted trouser as we hold the first of our live auditions for Chantel's band, Candy Floss with a K. If you've applied, even if you haven't, I suggest you stay tuned. We could be speaking to you if you've applied. But first, as we always do, we kick off with BBLB's big news. Get out of here! He's over there, because I'm on this camera. It's brilliant. First up, Ruler has forgotten the classic rule of pitching. Make sure the person you're talking about isn't in the room. Take a look.
Dennis, I don't get the hang of at all. Both him and Tracy, for me, are on a different planet. You know, they're not
engaged, that's all.
Tracy, I
Can't work her out.
have any sort of conversation of, thank you so much. You know, that's the only level.
There's maybe 4 rooms in the entire house. How difficult can it be? I'm going to bitch about Tracy. Can't see. There's no way she'd be behind me, of course. The day got much worse for Tracy after that, if that's possible. Find out much more later on. Now, next up at 7:12 p.m, Tracy and Chantel decided to give Faria a makeover, but ended up learning a few lessons from the Queen himself.
Should we give her you a makeover?
I know what you're going to do, both of you. Make
Shall
me look like a
we?
flipping clown.
Oh my gosh. Wow, that looks dramatic.
You're going to join that up to her eyebrow, so she's going to look like she's wearing Ray-Bans.
Don't go like, put it into the black.
Right.
Because then all your faults, the eye's drawn up to a red colour.
That's really pretty.
Flatten it, you've got to keep it a booth.
That's pretty.
Ooh la la. Last week, Pete told Big Brother he'd been wearing high heels for the last 18 years. But after 14 days in the house, at 3:41 this morning, we captured, as never seen before, incredible footage. Rare. We clocked Pete without his heels for a whole 91 seconds, my friends. It's time for a quick weather report. Come over with me. Very tempestuous in the house. What can I say? There were scattered showers yesterday as Faria broke down after a nomination reveal, and a stormy atmosphere followed when an argument about race descended upon the house. Where did that come from? Later, however, there were patches of sunshine as George appeared, weirdly, on You Say We Pay with Richard and Judy. Was I the only person who didn't know about this? He kept his cool and breezed through it, winning £140 for the week's shopping allowance. How about that? There was, however, a large bout of low pressure in the evening as most of the housemates decided to get an early night. That, my friends, was BBO's Big News and Weather. Ooh. We've got a lot to get through today, so let's get cracking. So this morning, one of our 10 housemates is waking up under their Big Brother duvet for the very last time. But who'll be joining me on the sofa tomorrow morning here to share her thoughts is Carol McGiffin, everyone. Very sparkling this morning, Carol.
Hello.
Nice to see you.
God, and you.
I'm interested in your take, Carol, because you've always got a good take on Big Brother. What do you make of it so far?
Well, it's fabulous as usual. I mean, I think the producers have really pulled a lot of mad rabbits out the hat this time. And it really does make January worthwhile, doesn't it?
Well, the strange thing was, I remember we sort of, after the show, we all sit around with a cup of coffee and watch the Tonight Show go out.
Yeah.
And I turned around to the guy, one of the guys who booked it, and I said, you know, 3 years ago, I was watching God Love Her and Diamond Baked Bread, and now I'm watching Faria Lamb and Dennis Crawford almost getting it on. It's just a really weird world we seem to be living in.
Exactly. Michael Barrymore stumbling around the house, mumbling to everybody.
There are 3 housemates up. One of them's going to go tonight. Let's have a quick reminder first of who they are.
We're in this house for a reason, huh? Entertainment. I like to joke around and say certain things and kind of get people kind of...
Dennis!
I can deal with anything, man.
It's the mentest thing I've ever done. I am actually famous now for being in Big Brother, for which I thank you. Oh, I say.
I think the great thing is that people probably assumed I was a silly fairy. I ain't no fairy. Sorry, plant. Looks like you ain't gonna grow none. Look, Dennis, I know I make good television.
Carol, you're not one to mince your words. That's why we love you. First of all, what do you make of Dennis and Freya's relationship?
Well, I think Dennis doesn't really care, does he?
About anything?
Who he pounces on. No, it's just as long as it is female, I don't think he really cares. So, you know, it could be Freya. I mean, he's tried everybody else and they've all blown him out. And Freya's the only one who's really sort of paying attention to him. And it was interesting watching when he said, he came out with this bizarre statement, "I'm not going to bother you anymore." And she got so upset. It was like, what do you mean you're not going to bother me anymore? Now, really, if it was bothering her, she would have just gone, phew, thank God for that.
Do you think did he do that deliberately to sort of then get her,
get a reaction from her? Possibly, yes, but it worked, didn't it?
Oh, yeah.
You know, and now she's like making eyes at him.
I know, I saw that. I was shocked.
Giving him all of that. So I think something will happen there. But, that's kind of what
she feels
does,
bad because she nominated him this week.
Yeah, it's odd, isn't it? But I think because she was angry with him. She's so angry. She's so angry with everybody. So I think that's the only reason. So I don't think he's going to go. So I think that will blossom. But I think she's determined to make something happen there, for the simple reason that there's nothing else to do.
Right. Ruler's Pants of Power, your take on that? Because
I love Ruler.
It was a great... Well, it was...
That was me and Big Brother.
I know, but it was a great housemate for it to happen too.
Yes.
To get Ruler in,
Watching a woman of those years
walking
around in Pants of Power was just the funniest thing I've seen for quite a long time. But it was really cruel to make her make that decision. And I thought it was a little bit mean. It wasn't a very good prize. It was almost like, they nominated her to get the prize because they thought it was going to be a good one for the box task.
Sure.
And then she comes, and then they do a fanfare when she has to take them off, and then she comes out and cries about it. I would have loved to do that.
I know it's only luck, but it's great that they've got someone who's so conciliatory, as Ruler sort of seems to be. Tracy comment notwithstanding. Now, there seems to be a couple of housemates who are a bit lost in the house. I think Maggot's coming out of his shell a little bit more, but what do you make of Maggot and Tracy?
Yeah, Maggot's an interesting one, actually. I've got a close eye on him. I think he really does know what's going on. I think he's got everyone's card marked. He's a real great observer. He's always watching people, and he comes out with the most... He doesn't say very much, but when he does say something...
Absolutely.
Like when Pete was going, oh, I'm going to go, Maggot just didn't go, oh, well, one less mouth to feed.
Exactly.
You think, that's excellent. That's exactly what everyone's thinking. So I think he knows exactly what's going on. He's very shrewd and very cool.
Tracy, just very briefly.
Tracy, I'm not sure Tracy really knows what she's doing in there still, but she's a very sweet girl. What
do you think she wants out of it?
God knows. I've got absolutely no idea.
Because normally that's quite transparent, isn't it? When you see people go into the house, they either don't care and they want a bit of a laugh, or they want to further their career.
I
But
can't
with her, you're
imagine.
just
Yeah,
gonna go,
I
well,
always sit there imagining what were they thinking when they were asked to do it. What made them say, especially George Galloway? I mean, what would they be thinking? I'll do it for this. Can't think of one single reason for Tracy. Bless
Just very
her.
lastly, who do you think is going to go tonight?
Well, I think Pete should go because he's being a bit nasty. But if he goes, Pete, I make great television burns. If he goes, it's going to be so boring.
He does make
so
great TV.
He does.
So-
So Farry has got to go, I'm afraid.
It's Carol, everybody. Thank you, Carol. Lovely. Those are Carol's thoughts, but what about you? Your views are important, and thank you for your patience. So important, in fact, we sent Little Brother's Little Chair to the shopping centres of Great Britain to hear who you want to be evicted tonight.
I would like to see Faria go because she's whiny, complacent and irritating.
Why am I hung and slung and publicly flogged?
I'd like Dennis to go. I think he's just a bit of a lech. No, you don't hug me.
I'd like to see Pete Burns get voted off because I'm fed up with him strutting around with nothing on.
We want Dennis to go. He's after the ladies far too much.
No!
I want Farah to go because she's clearly trying to get with Dennis and it's not working.
No one ever
I want Pete to go because he's really annoying me and he's being a drama queen.
A wide variety of views there from Brent Cross. Now, as we all know, Chantel was a veritable nobody when she entered the house. She was given the guise of a pop star in the fictitious band of Candy Floss with a K. However, unbeknownst to her, while she's in the house, we here at BBLB have been making the band, and you can be in it. Last week we asked if you would like to be a member of Candy Floss, and we've had a huge response. Now, weirdly, I don't actually remember asking you to send in pictures of yourselves in various states of undress, but somehow, through telekinesis, that message managed to get through. Anyway, in a kind of weird, we really shouldn't be doing this, but we will, Tony Hart tribute, we have a look at the bevy of beauties. It's our gallery of gorgeousness. We start, everyone, with Lucy, 22, from London. Hey, Watership Down. No myxomatosis near you. Let's move across to Sophie, 18, in Surrey. Young lady, do you come with the car? Next up, we have Sean from Lancashire. Hey there, Saskia. What have you been doing lately? Next up, Nikki from London, sporting an amazing Tomorrow's World style foam bra. And lastly, Amy from Swansea. Let's take a look at Amy. Amy there, mastering the veritable classic turn and shoot. May I model it for you? Call my name. Who, me? The turn and shoot. Ladies, join us after the break where three of our hopefuls will be going head to head, singing live for a place in the Floss. Don't you go anywhere. Welcome back to Celebrity Big Brother's Little Breakfast. It's day 14. The time is 8:14. Still to come, the friends of Dennis Farrier and Peter here to answer your calls. But first, it's time for me to pull on my trousers to a waist-high level with a nod to the cowl as we welcome our first three auditionees for Candy Floss with a K. On the phone now, there'll be plenty of time for applause later on. On the phone now, we have three wannabe flossies who will each sing a rendition of the chart topper to be I Want It Right Now, N-A-H. You at home will be able to text in and vote for your favourite performer, and we'll let you know today's winner at the end of the show. That lucky floss set will then be given an official place in the BBLB band and get to perform with Chantel at the end of the series. Let's meet hopeful number one. Hello there, Sean from Lancashire.
Hiya.
How are you, Sean?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Here she is, everybody. She's a corker. Look at her. Beautiful. She is absolutely gorgeous. Now then, you are your telesales girl. You're 17 years old.
Yes.
Do you think you've got what it takes to be in the Floss?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
Brilliant.
definitely. I love singing. It's what I've always wanted to do.
Brilliant.
So, yeah, I'm going to give it on at my all.
Sean, this is your moment, my friend. Take it away.
I want it all. I want it right now. I'm gonna get what I deserve and so much more now. I want it all. I want it right now. I'm gonna lick the whole plate clean. Mark my words now.
Well done, Sean. There we go, Sean, everybody. Well done, Sean.
Thanks very much.
No worries.
Thank you.
You can see Sean sing along with Chantel. If you want that to happen, text poll A to 83188. Next up, it's Amy from Swansea, everybody.
Hiya.
Hello, Amy.
Hiya.
How are you, all right?
I'm okay. Are you all right?
Amy, let me ask you a question. Is that you?
Yeah, it is me.
Wonderful stuff. I thought we got it the wrong way around for a second then, and that would have just been foolhardy. Why did you apply to join Candy Floss, Amy?
Because I think I've definitely got what it takes. I'm so bubbly and outgoing and full of laughter, and I think I'll bring that extra bit of sparkle to the band.
Brilliant. Amy, let's see what you're made of. Five, 6, 7, 8.
I want it all. I want it right now. I'm gonna get what I deserve and much more somehow. I want it all. I want it right now. I'm gonna lick the whole place clean. Mark my words now.
Awesome. Come on. Way to go, Ames.
Oh, thank you.
No worries. Congratulations. OK, if you think Amy has the voice of an angel... If you think Amy has the voice of an angel, then text poll B to 83188. Finally, let's meet our third contender, everyone. It's only Sophie from Staffordshire.
Hey, all right, Dan, what are you doing, dude?
I'm not bad at all. How are you?
Good, good, good. I'm all right, thanks. But I've got a bone to pick you, first of all.
What are you talking about?
Listen, you've got the pictures mixed up.
Did I?
Yeah.
So this isn't you?
No, not at all.
Can we pretend it is for the time being?
Oh, we can do.
Thanks a lot. You look... OK, you work in promotions. You're 18 years old.
I do.
Why do you want to be in Candy Floss?
Well, I'm sweet and I'm pink all the way through, babe.
Lovely. Well, see, that's her. See, that's why I said earlier. But it doesn't matter for now. OK, so you want to go for it?
I do.
OK, over to you. It's not really her, but it's Sophie.
I want it all. I want it right now. I'm gonna get what I deserve and much more somehow. I want it all. I want it right now. I'm gonna lick the whole plate clean. Mark my words now.
There we go, come on. So, if you think Sophie's won the right to sing, this is a model playing the part of Sophie. If you think Sophie's won the right to sing with Chantel, text poll C to 83188. Well done to all of our auditionees, I think everyone knows. So, tonight, either Dennis, Faria or Pete will be the second celebrity to leave the house. As always, the decision is yours. Lines are open now. Here is how to vote. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Rob, Krishna and Jason. They're our friends and family today. Guys, how are we doing, all right?
Great.
OK, brilliant. Thank you so much for coming in. Early start and all, but one of your guys could be out of the house today, so we're going to ask you some questions straight away. Robert in Walsall, hello there.
Hello, David.
How you doing? All right, Robert?
That's fine, thanks, and hello to your visitors there.
Wonderful. OK. Who's your question about?
It's about Pete.
OK, Jason.
Pete's up for eviction for the second time running, Dermot. I'd like to ask the panel there, if he survives, do you think he will walk out anyway?
It depends on the coffee and cigarette situation, I'd say.
I mean,
knowing Pete.
You laugh about that, but I mean, well, I laugh about it at least, but it's true, right?
We laugh about it. The people in the house aren't.
I mean, it's an interesting one, because when he said, I'm going to walk, I genuinely thought, well, that's it.
He would.
I'm going to come
With
out.
no qualm,
he's going to come out tonight and, we'll have him on the show
Yeah,
tomorrow.
yeah.
So was it genuinely the only reason he stayed was because
It's frustration. Pete likes to read a lot. He's so frustrated in the house with these people. There's nothing much to do. That's what the...
Do you not think that like he said to Dennis the other day? He said, "I make great telly," and he knows he makes.
He
great
knows
telly.
he makes great telly. The nation knows he makes great telly. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, but do you therefore think that he'll probably think to himself, irrespective of how bad the coffee and
it's
cigarette
Pete we're talking about here. Who
really?
knows? Who knows?
You just don't know.
Well, it depends what mood he's in.
Okay, brilliant. Thank you very much, Robert.
Thank you.
I hope that helps.
It does indeed.
Thank you. OK, Christina in Cheshire. Hello, Christina.
Hello.
How are you? All right?
Hi, Sam.
Brilliant. Yeah, you've got a question for Krishna about Faria, right?
Mm-hmm.
Brilliant. Go for it.
Were you surprised Faria voted Dennis out when we all thought she liked him?
I am, Christina.
I am.
Thank you.
I was surprised as well. I think it was just a heat of the moment thing. I think he was annoying her throughout the day. And he said a couple of things, and Freya's like that. If somebody gets on her nerves and is, getting into her space, she would have probably said that. I don't think she meant it. No. I really don't.
That's fair enough. But you know her, obviously, better than anyone else we've had on the show so far. So, do you think... I mean, firstly, I don't imagine Dennis is a type, because I don't think there are that many of Dennises in the world. So,
no.
But secondly, what is her type? And, would she go for a guy like Dennis?
I don't think she has a type. I think that's unfair to say. She's a very attractive lady, and who knows? I think she's just coming out of her shell. She's very shy, and you haven't seen the best of her yet. And I think the relationship with Dennis is flourishing, and I think it would be a shame if she left, because there's a lot more fun coming along.
Just lastly, we've got Rebecca from Essex. Hello, Rebecca.
Hi, Dermot. Loving the show.
Thank you, Rebecca. Go for it.
Yeah, Dennis. Back to Dennis' friends and family. Dennis was quiet when he first entered the house, but seems to have come out of his shell since. Do you think we will see him open up even more if he stays? Or is he always this deep and guarded?
Very briefly, Rob, what do you reckon? I mean, he seems like a guarded kind of a guy.
I think with Dennis, we're just seeing the tip of the iceberg. He's taken a few days to get to know everyone, and if he stays in the house, he's really going to come out of his shell, and things are going to really heat up and get very exciting.
Brilliant, thank you so much. That is all we've got time for today. Just got time to tell you the winner of today's Candy Floss edition was Sian, with 42%, everyone. Well done, Sian, officially member of Candy Floss. I'm back with Morning Glory after the break. See you tomorrow. Take care, bye-bye.